Hello everybody, this is going to be a late video, so usually I post between 3, 4, and it is 7 o'clock. First, let me get my day out, and then I'm going to get on to business. My day. Fortunately, my husband does not get to come home tonight. That's a bummer. Like I said, this week, he was supposed to stay out of town for the whole week because they have a deadline to do that had to be done by tomorrow, so the next crew can do their deadline job starting Monday. Since we've had, I was supposed to have the rain all day today, and unfortunately it's just passed me by, and my husband, where he's at, was not supposed to get the rain. Well, obviously they got all the rain and the storms and everything, and I've missed them today. So that's sad because they had to work in the thunder, lightning, and the flood and all this stuff. So for them to, there's no way they're going to get done tomorrow, their deadline. So they ended up having to stay. I found out yesterday afternoon that he was going to stay the night up there. He asked me, did I want to come up? And I'm like, no. So I love my husband, but that means I get to not have to hear an alarm clock in the morning, and I can sleep, maybe get a normal sleep pattern. But, I'm sorry, Leon. Sorry, you guys know him as Leon. But, I mean, so, and he gets to sleep in later. Here, he wakes up at 3 o'clock and leaves at 4. But down there, he'll get to wake up at 6 and then go straight to work. So, he's having to stay the night up there, work all day tomorrow, not come home till around 9, 10 o'clock tomorrow night, supposedly, to try and get as far into the deadline as they can that they were supposed to get done tomorrow. But the rain has messed them up this week. But talking about my husband, now, I had already FaceTimed with Jen, so she knows, and I got some input on her, but all comments to this would be helpful. My husband ended up coming home, taking a shower, using the bathroom, and all that good stuff, and came to me and said, honey, I need you to come. It's going to be a TMI, too much info, but it's hilarious at the same time, because with us, with our multifaceted disease, that's plural there, and we're not ashamed to look at anything. I mean, we pretty much have to play in everything just to make sure what's going on in our bodies. So there you get the hint of the TMI. So my husband's like, will you come to the bathroom? I went, what? So I got up, went to the bathroom. He's like, will you look in there? I'm used to look. We all know this. We have parasites. We have worms. We make sure that we're passing them, if we don't, and all of a sudden we're passing something we've never passed before, you know, it's nothing new for me and a lot of us. So I'm like, you got parasites, you got worms, and I started giggling. First, I was giggling because I'm looking at his parasites and worms he passed. But yet I'm also giggling. Yeah, I'm giggling mostly because I'm looking at his parasites he's passing. But yet I'm giggling because I told you so. And why I say that, and like I said, Jen will know, I've already told her the story about it. About 3 years ago, my husband got severely ill. He's got a hiatal hernia up high. Then he's got a hernia down low. And he had got ill where he wasn't able to really eat or keep anything down without throwing it back up. We didn't know, went to the doctors. He does have a few tears in his stomach. He has gastritis, or GERD, actually. I'm sorry. I've got gastritis and GERD. He's got GERD. He had some esophageal damage from the acid and everything like that. So, you know, and they put him on some acid reflux medicine that man just refuses to take. But he had went from, at that time, he's 6'1", and he was 265 pounds. Yeah, 265 pounds, and he went down to like 195. And this was like in a matter of months, 2 months. And the only difference was, even though he got so skinny so quick, his gut was still swollen. And now, he is a clean eater now because of me, you know, the grilled, the baked, the broiled. He's a clean eater. He don't do the fried foods or any really refined sugars unless, you know, because he is hypoglycemic, so he has to have some sugar in him to keep him from that issue. But still, I kept telling him, I'm like, you know, he's like, I'm losing weight recently. He's trying to work out and everything, but he can't get rid of the gut. I'm like, well, you won't get rid of the hiatal hernia that shows on the top and the bottom because you can really see them no matter what. I'm like, but I'm pretty sure you got worms or parasites. And I kept telling them and telling him this and kept telling him, and I was buying probiotics and with enzymes and everything and telling him, you need to start doing small little detoxes. No. So, bring it all down together. Last night, I'm like, you got flatworms. That's flatworms, all in there. Flatworms. I said, I don't know what other parasites you might have, but, hey, you got flatworms. So, needless to say, he's got parasites or worms, whichever. And I'm like, you need to get a colon and all that and get a flush. And he's like, well, I can't do that at work. I don't need to be in and out of the bathroom when there's no bathroom near. So I'm like, okay, well, this week, let's give you some charcoal. Let's give you 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, so don't get you all messed up for while you work. I said, but when you come home this coming Friday, not today, I mean yesterday, next Friday, I got confused, we'll do you a 3-day cleanse, which you can buy a colon cleanse, a Kai berry colon cleanse or whatever, whatnot, that'll flush the worms out. And why I'm doing it that way, because he's like, I want you to go to the store tomorrow, meaning today. I want you to pick me up some adult dewormer. Human adult dewormer. The first thing that popped in my mind was Teresa from the Slice of Lyme. I'm like, And he says, why not? I'm like, because you know what's going to happen? You're going to deworm yourself, fine. But they're going to implode, explode, and that's going to do a toxic buildup to you, and you're going to get sicker than a dog. Or worse. He's like, well, give me some dewormer anyway. I'm like, no, I will buy you an acai berry organic gut and colon cleanse so we can flush these worms out. My thing is, anybody who has any experience I detox constantly, except for the lemon water. So, yes, I'm always flushing parasites out. Okay, there's my TMI there. You all know this. We all do. But for him, I still feel like he has Lyme, but he denies it. And he's hoping if he does, it stays in dormancy. I'm like, but if you do the dewormer, and if you really do have Lyme, it could bring it out. And if you don't want to find out if you've got Lyme, go ahead and deworm yourself and find out. And then you're going to be as bad as I am and down. I said, so we'll do a natural organic. So anybody who has any remedies, comments about detoxing Leon, because it is flatworms. I do know he does have those other ones that's, they look fuzzy. You know what I'm saying? They look hairy. I know he says he has seen those, but this is the first time you can't miss flatworms. So any comments about that on how to help him out, please let me know down in the comments. That's out of the way. I cannot remember the name, so excuse me, I'll have to get it on the next video. Went in town today, had to get food in this house and everything. And I had to look for more of my CBD because I'm running low. Well, I finally, after hunting it down, the one I wanted, which my favorite is the hemp balm, because it seems to just work better for me than the koi. I'm sorry. And less is more. Less is more. If I don't have to take that much and it gives me great benefits than having to take more to make me get what I need, you know, I'll choose the less is more. So, and right now that was my best product. So I finally hunted that down because everybody stopped selling it, and then I found a company that does in town. Yay! And I mean the whole kit and caboodle pharmaceutical brands of it. But then I turned in there and I'm like, wait a minute, what is this? This is CBD too. He's like, oh yes, this is done in Tennessee, which is my state. And I cannot remember the name. It's like Um, like something Billy's, Chili Billy's, Chill Weeds, something. It is a company in the state of Tennessee that does grow marijuana. And then does the medical marijuana for the medical marijuana people who's got the cards. And then also does the CBD from either the hemp seed shells or the resin off the flower. Now, I don't know who all uses, but the difference is the resin off the flower, off the hemp flower, is actually stronger and more potent than the hemp seeds. Let me explain why. When you go to Walmart, I know has it. Pretty much any grocery store I know now has it. You can buy hemp seeds. Ground hemp seeds, edible hemp seeds, all that. But you will not find the resin that comes off the flower. Why? Because it is more potent. So they don't sell that in normal stores. So the company here, which I'll have to get the name again because I don't have it on me because they're having to order the kind I want. They had the one that's from the hemp seed, which is a weaker, and then you've got the one that's the resin off the flower, which is more potent. And I'm like, listen, wait, this is a stronger milligram and more potent than the one I've got now that I'm having to do so much just to get the results I need. Here's the kicker. Here you can get to, I think it's 0.06 or 0.6 you can have of THC in the CBD oil. Well, it's either 0.6 or 0.06 THC, very little THC in it, and then all the resin CBD from the flower. And the only reason why I didn't get it today was because they had watermelon and cherry, and they're not my favorites. Now, I did try. They have little samples where you can taste it, and it usually will kick. It's so potent, it'll kick in quite quick. And I was hurting at the time because I was having a walk, grocery shop, all this stuff. And so the one I wanted, I either wanted the strawberry or I wanted the original, and neither of them are there. So he put an order in for 2 bottles, one of the strawberry, one of the original of the name. I can't remember. I'll have to post it later, and it will be in next Friday. So I'm like, okay, so it's 1,000 milligrams, either each one of the CBD 1,000 milligrams, because you know you got the 100 and works your way up to 2,500 up. But I got the 1,000 milligrams, and I got one of each, and they will be in next Friday. But I did pick up the pain cream that I will stand by 100%. And I decided not to get any of the hemp balm CBD oil since I still have the koi. I will keep with the koi this week. I'll still use the hemp balm pain freeze, CBD pain freeze. And I bought the capsules, the CBD capsules, where you take 1 or 2 a day, depending on, you know, you got to mix it up. So, needless to say, I will get the name of the company that actually grows it here in the state of Tennessee. And I'd rather purchase something that's from my state, that's grown in my state. You know, because I have a better, because it's here in this state instead of having to, yes, I mean, I still ordered the Charlotte's Web, and I ordered the Harley Quinn. I can't remember if that's the indica or the stevia. It's for the energy. It'll give me energy, help me with my fatigue. And they do have the THC version, and then they have the CBD version. So I got the CBD version of the Harley Quinn, and I think it's the indica. I actually think it is the indica, but it could be the stevia strand. I don't remember, but I did order that online last night too. Also, today, 10 days till my Oompa Loompa gets here. Unfortunately, me and Jen's been talking, and I didn't realize mine had more gizmos and gadgets than of plenty. And nope, I'm not going to do that song because I know that one too. I'm not doing it. Little Mermaid song, one of my favorites. But actually, Lion King songs are my favorites. But other than that, I ordered the strawberry and I ordered the original flavor because I do like the woodsy taste, and I don't like. I do like the koi, but I don't like that I'm having to do 2 whole vials to get 2 whole vials of it a day to get what I need, when I can get something that's right here grown in my state that is still organic. It does have a 0.6 or a 0.6 or a 0.06 somewhere there. Whatever the legal limit here is, you can get away with. So I like that. So it won't give me my effects. I won't get the high effects, which I don't want, but it will give me a better effect. And I know I'm at least purchasing something from that is grown in my state. So that's a plus. That's a praise right there. Okay. What else? Got my stove in. Got the pigtail transferred in. My husband did that last night. Then we blew the circuit. Not the main power circuit. When it plugged in, it sparked. And it didn't blow the pigtail. But where the unit is on top of the stove, you know, for the oven and the settings, you could turn it on and the lights will come on to turn the eyes on. But the eyes won't warm up. The oven light will come on. The lights will show up. But as soon as you turn the range top dials off, there goes the clock. There goes everything. Come to find out, when we plugged it in and it shorted, it actually backed up all the way into the main front, the unit. And it burnt the main ground that warms it all up. So my husband, when he comes home tomorrow night, he don't know if they're going to get Monday off since they've had to work so many days straight, 12 plus hours. He's going to open it up and strip it back and resolder it so it'll warm up. So here again, I'm sitting with a brand new stove, plugged it in, and it shorted the heating unit part up in the main unit part, you know, where you turn it on. So there we go. Let's see here. I know this is running long. I'm already at 17 minutes. But other than that, my day, I am still doing a half vial. A half dropper. I mean, I do a half right now to get me through. I'm doing a half in the morning and a half in the afternoon. That's all I'm needing. I've not had to vape today. Like I said, I've not done any THC at all because I didn't know if it was causing me to hurt or not, which I know it wasn't, but I don't want to do the THC unless I have no choice. When I do start having those spinal strokes and spasms and all that, I will do it. But right now, a half dropper in the morning and a half dropper in the afternoon. But the only thing is I got to not do so much matcha tea. I did not go to sleep last night. I stayed wired. I stayed antsy. I've not slept today either. At all. I am one antsy girl. Now, I've not done any matcha tea. No, I've done one matcha tea today. One matcha tea. That's it. Because it's like, I am not going to be up all night going, oh God, I'm going to clean the house until I can eat off of it. That's how antsy I was. That's how much green tea I had and ginseng I had. So I've just done one matcha tea today, and that is it. So I'm not going to push any further on that. Now, let's get serious. Other than that, my day's been okay. I have had a gut issue earlier that hit me while I was in the grocery store, but hey, it happens when you have gut issues. Okay. I am not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I was a certified nurse at one time, many years ago. But each person who has Lyme and co-infections and the multifaceted issues of the disease, whether it's neuro or not neuro, and maybe just structural, or you may be like me and Jen and Michelle and Jamie, some of us have it structurally and neurologically, okay? Now, I wasn't going to do this, guys. I was not going to do this, and anybody who's not aware of the video yet, it ain't even the video. It's not even the video. Anybody who's not aware of the comments yet, and I'm not talking about Jamie and Marsha and some of the other young ladies. I'm not talking about the video. I'm talking about a comment that really flared a lot of people up. We all have our breaking points. Whether you're a Christian, a sinner, or a saint, we all go through forms of depression. God does not say, because you're a Christian and you're fighting Lyme, I'm not going to let you have depression. I'm not going to let you have emotions. You're going to be fine. God don't work that way. And God's not making you depressed because of the disease. I mean, God's not that evil. God's not evil. People are. People are mean and vicious. So, what I'm going to say is, you keep being transparent. You know what I'm talking about. Keep being open and honest and truthful. Whether you're crying through the whole video, whether you're laughing through the whole video, whether you're stoned or jacked up espresso baby. That's me. Keep being real. Keep being you. Do not let anyone make you second guess anything you post. Don't let them give you a hiccup and wonder, wait a minute, does everybody think this way because this person did? Okay? So, I will say I am under severe thunderstorm warnings. I'm glad I know that now. But don't let anybody cause you to second guess what you post and make you worry if everybody else thinks like this one person does. I feel like this. If you have Lyme disease, now there's different forms of it. We all have different symptoms. Unfortunately, a lot of us, like me and Jen, a lot of us, Tracy, we go through hell from wake up to go to bed, and sometimes not even go to bed at all, and deal with it for days, non-stop flows of different symptoms. But yet, just because I have my bone pain is worse than yours is mild today and mine is severe, does not mean I'm going to judge you or belittle you or put you down or make you second guess. I'm also not going to automatically take somebody's video and read it the wrong way. You guys know me by now. I am one person who is not going to sit here. I just tell it like it is. And there are bullies and there are trolls. And there are people that are having a bad time and decide to take it out on other people because what they're going through resembles what they're going through. So they're going to just take it out on them. And it is wrong to do that. This is not what this community is about. This community is not about nitpicking and going, my symptoms worse than yours. I will say this. If you have Lyme disease, straight out Lyme disease, and we all know you're going to have a co-infection with Lyme disease. So, there you go. If you have Lyme disease and co-infections, for you to legitimately have Lyme disease and co-infections, whether you have their symptom or not, you can resonate. You can understand. You can go, I will pray for them. I am so sad. I'm at least happy that I don't have to deal with that symptom. To really have this disease, you don't look and judge others and tell them what your opinion is and be hateful and cruel and vicious at all. And I'm trying to be nice here because, trust me, I'm not the only one that's been infumed today with this. But needless to say, if you have Lyme disease and you're sitting there and bullying and saying you've got a bad relationship and you're being forced to do this and this and this and that and nobody cares for you or loves you or your family don't and all this, obviously you don't have Lyme. And if you do have Lyme, it is a there was my Lyme disease. Just a cough. Nothing else. No other symptom, just there's your Lyme disease. That tells me you really don't have it at all. Otherwise, you would resonate, you would understand, you would not put that person and make them feel lower than they already do in the situation they already are going through. If I'm already feeling down and depressed and upset and emotional because I'm just at my end where I'm begging God to take me because I cannot do it myself, the last thing somebody needs is a person going, I got Lyme, but here's your issue. You ain't got Lyme. You're a bully is what you are. So for now on, we do need to stand up for each other like we did today. But I do want to say, I stand behind anybody who I resonate and I understand. And if I got to get down on your level to completely understand what you're going through, I may not have that symptom. I will. Just to understand and help you and hold your hand and pray with you and cry with you. If I don't have that symptom, that's what I'll do. As well as my friends do that for me. And so many of my friends have the same symptoms I do. So we all pray, cry, and emotion, and scream bloody murder all the time. But to viciously come out and automatically judge someone and say, well, this is the picture I see and this is what's wrong with you, and it had nothing to do with your disease. You were pushing buttons about the relationships and everything like that was wrong. And you know, I'm not gonna sit here and stand for it, guys. You know, I call you out straight out. So, and it's not my place, but I am upset. But I will say, I'm glad I got to talk to Jen. We FaceTimed. I'm glad I got to talk to her. She needed to talk. I don't know who else she got to FaceTime or talk with, but I felt I needed to. I felt she needed that, and she needed to release it. I'm not going to say why she needed to have somebody call her. She needed to be called. I'm just saying, and I hope somebody does that when they see vicious bullying comments, when they have no clue what we're going through, will get a hold of me and contact me and make sure I'm not holding it in. Okay? But before I end this, I'm actually going to read 2 inserts. And my first one is this. Toxic people project their own character defects onto their victims. They do this by accusing the victim of the exact actions they themselves do, but deny. Okay? My second one will be the end of my day. Many people are like garbage trucks. They run around full of garbage all day long, full of frustration, full of anger, and full of disappointment. As their garbage piles up, they look for a place to dump it. And if you let them, they'll dump it on you. So when someone wants to dump on you, don't take it personally. Just smile, wave, and wish them well, and move on. Believe me, you'll be happier. But also remember, it's good to release the anger you have. So if somebody's this way towards you, like they were to one of my friends today, it's okay to be emotional and upset by what they said to my friend. And it's better to detox it out and get it out of your system. You know, ran it out. Let it run its course and get out of your body. And then you will be the better person. And then you pray for them. You pray and ask for forgiveness for anything you said through it. But yet it makes you a better person in the end. But it's okay to get angry and upset by what people say when they don't understand, or they say they understand and they really don't. So that's how I'm going to end this today. Hopefully you found your sprinkle, your sparkle, your shimmy, your shake, or your silver lining. My silver lining is I got to talk to my friend today, Jen, from This Is the Day. I've not really been home all day. My second silver lining is I got air in my lungs. I'm not in that bad of distress today. So I'm stable today. I'm hoping I'm not antsy all night and I can get some sleep. That's what I'm praying for. But remember, bullies belong in a box and you keep them in the box. Don't let them affect or make you second guess anything you post, say, or do. Because that's what that's their main goal. To make you angry and upset. And that's okay to be upset and angry by what they say. But they also make us famous too. All we're doing is getting the word out. And it also shows you your true friends. Because when you have true friends that come to your rescue in your comments, you know who your true friends are. I'm just saying. And anybody that thumbed up what that woman said to my friend, you need to disconnect from my subscription. That's just all I'm going to say about that. Other than that, God bless. I love you. Sweet dreams.